December 4th. I'm just going to do this instead of doing this on December 5th because I've got to do stuff on December 5th, so I don't think it matters what day I'm recording. And on December 6th, I'll be selling, December 13th, I'll be selling in Rockland. But this week on the 6th, I'll be going in Ontonagon. I cross my fingers it's going to go better. I've actually, besides reducing the stuff on the table, I'm reducing my bags as well. So they're not over cluttered. People can kind of see them a little better. So I'm running a note: don't over clutter things. Maybe things will sell better. So this is one of the bags. This one has no filling in it because this one wasn't designed with a filling. This one wasn't though, but I think it's okay. One of my friends bought one for me secretly because she would have got in trouble if she bought it in front of me and work. So that's a dumb rule. I think it's just a rule at work. This one does have a filling. That one doesn't need one because I don't think anything is going to fall through. This one has a filling though. So I'm just showing what I'm selling instead of showing what I have left, because the have left thing ain't working. Because if everything's cluttered, I think that might be driving people to say, oh, it's nice work, and walk away. But I don't know if that's the problem either. They don't like the colors. Not trying to be negative. My friend said don't think like that. There's another one. My friend was telling me that, Tabby, try not to think negatively like that. It's really hard to sell things. One of my friends at Knit Club said, oh, think projects probably aren't going to sell at craft fairs. People are hurting for money, and yeah, all the food prices are up. That sucks. But regardless, there's another bag. It's stuck in the back of it. It's a piece of string. And then basically she was talking like that. I told that to my friend. She says, Tabby, don't listen to her. She's being negative. But I listened to this other lady. Here's a little kid bag that I wanted to sell so badly. I've decided to charge $8 for it. We'll see if it sells. But anyways, basically, I'm going to try to decrease some of the bags to see if they'll show better. Maybe that'll help them sell too. And there was a lady online, this is one of my book bags, which my friend says you should advertise it as a book bag. I just wrote the word book bag on it because she said it does good for her Bible and everything like that. You hear that noise? That was a bag catching that. There's a plastic thing, one of those bins, those laundries, plastic bins. I've been using those. They kind of rip easy open when they have too much yarn projects in them. And I'm basically trying to see what's going to sell. Maybe it'll sell better. My friend told me that her old lady friends, and she was right, I guess, I decreased the stuff on the table a little bit, so I'm going to do the same with the bags. I'm writing notes, what helped me sell better. But this one lady on YouTube, anyways, before I keep skipping over my words, this one lady was talking about how people should just buy from people craft fairs because they're cheaper. Some people are expensive. Not bad mouthing anyway, just saying, because some of these projects are pricey. This one used to be worth 30, or this one's 32 now, but I think it used to be $40 at one point, or no, it was 38. I kicked $6 off, I forgot. I'm not going any lower than that because that one, I worked hard on my projects. This one right here kind of looks like a hat with long ear bands, kind of, but it's a cool looking bag, but it's got no filling in it. I couldn't get a filling in this one if I tried. So this one, the recent bag, I didn't really get a chance to show you guys my new projects because my camera broke and I lost track of what I made. But I know I made this one a few days ago. So this one I got done on the 8th. I know it was around the 8th. So it's another market bag. So I made a bigger one. Hopefully that sells too. I'm really crossing my fingers things are going to sell. I'm just decreasing some of my bags. I'm just showing what I'm bringing because this way I think it would be a better idea instead of all my stuff because it's cluttered together. Because some of the bags on the thing are smushed together like this. So I'm trying to make it so people don't have to look around all the time. People always tell me how nice and cute things look, and I'm thinking, please buy something. And they're trying to be negative. Like when I said, I wish people would shut up and buy something. It's not like I'm trying to be mean. I'm not saying that to their face. I'm not that mean or anything, but it's like you worked hard. Like, why are you saying it's nice and not buying it? And then my friend said, try not to think negative. I'm not trying to. She told me that you got to see positive, and my friend wasn't helping, saying things aren't going to sell. But the other lady said you're better off buying at craft fairs, so we'll see what happens. Cross my fingers. 2 more craft fairs and we're done. The Contica was on the 29th. I didn't get a chance to do that when my friend was busy. I told her, there's 2 more craft fairs. I never even went to the Rockland one. I used to live in Rockland until I was 8. I don't remember how long we were living in Ontonagon before that. They're right next to each other. And there's another bag. This is technically the copy of the bag I gave my friend. I made 2 of those, and I gave her one as a present. She said it works as good as a book bag, so that's why I wrote book bag on there. Yeah, I'm just thinking spacing the purses and bags apart a little bit, so I'm going to be on and off showing you, because I'm gonna come back with the next batch of bags. I'm mixing my video up a little bit. But that's okay. Nobody minds. This one was one of my favorites too. The funny thing was I had the bigger version of this and the stupid strap part. I don't know what happened here. Something broke over here, but I don't know. I don't know if it's because I pulled on it or what. But I'm taking the filling out of my old bag and I'm gonna make another bag. I'm not trying to toss my bags like I don't care. I'm tossing them right where they don't hit the floor. I'm trying to put them in separate categories a little bit. Maybe if I space them apart, I think they might sell better. And these bags, these bags are the same one, but they're different colors. These I usually put in my pants loop, and then I twist it like this, and then I pull it, so then when I have my money at work, you don't have to worry about bringing a purse and nobody steals your money, because you gotta watch out, because some people do steal, and you gotta be careful of that. So that's why I invented this bag. I call it the hip wallet, but little kids can use it as a bag, purse bag too. I'm sure it'll work fine. Not a bad idea. And here's one of the darn good yarn ones. I know this is a silk yarn. I had to write down every yarn. I don't know how to wash every yarn, but I write down what yarn it is and how to. This one has to be washed a certain way, so I put the washing instructions. It says how to clean, hand wash, and all that, lay flat to dry. So this one I actually created by myself. I used to think this was somebody else's pattern, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I'm crossing my fingers, trying to stay positive. I hope this stuff does sell. Alright, I'll be back with my next batch. I'll be right back. I'm bringing. Besides, I figured like what she was saying, with even though I got a little frustrated with her, because nothing was like stacked on each other, but they were kind of smushed together on the table. That's probably maybe why her old lady friends didn't come to my. That was a vehicle. They didn't come to my stand, she said. But anyways, yeah, so I'm trying to sell what I can. I decided to cut my bags down, so maybe they're not over cluttered. Some of them will be stacked next to each other, but I'm trying to overstack them, so I'm trying to, so the grid boards, I can use them both sides, and I could space them apart a little bit. I think that'd be better. It's just sad when things don't sell. And you know, you're working really, really hard on these bags, and some people won't even buy them. That's the depressing part there. I just hope they sell this time. I mean, I'm spacing the projects apart a little bit, trying not to have them all stacked in one stage. I figured, and I'm writing down what I'm doing, and if it works, I'll keep doing it that way. So then I'll decide, I'll go through all my bags and say, I'll take this bag and that bag. I took one of my bags apart because it never sold, and I was pissed I had to do that. If I feel like I'm going to have to do that, I might just take the handles, or the strap off, and just leave the bag at a craft fair, or not a craft fair, but a thrift store, and they can take it apart, because it's just pressing. We have to do that. It's really sad. My friend told me, never take your crafts apart, Tabby. It's like you waste your time. Well, it's a waste of time when it doesn't sell. That's what it feels like, no offense. I just hope this stuff sells better this time, because I really work hard on these bags. But I don't know, not everybody buys. It's not always the color, too, I don't think. I think it's the person that likes to buy a bag. There's like that one girl liked the look of one of my bags, and she didn't buy that bag, but she looked at it like it was supposed to have a zipper, and I added a zipper to it. I think I threw that in the other room and decided not to sell it this time, but I have another bag that's partially finished. I don't know if I'm going to have this one done by the time the craft fair hits, but I'll show that one too while I'm thinking of it. I'll show that one last. But yeah, I'm really hoping these sell. Some of these people, oh, and a friend of mine at work told me, Tabby, why don't you try making, and I don't care what team anybody's on, it doesn't bother me. I used to rebel against my dad, and I chose the Packers, even though I don't watch football, but funny way. But anyways, she said, why don't you try making like a Lions and team striped ones? And I'm like, okay. Now I gotta figure out what the Lions were. She told me silver, which is pretty much gray, blue, and white. So I'm gonna try to make some of those bags. I said I'll try and do that maybe next year, and I'll tell her or something, because I'm not gonna have time to do it this time. I don't think I'm gonna get my middle finger shot. My finger's been messed up here, so it's got to get a shot in there. It hurts like crap when they put those steroid shots in there. When the steroid's in there, it numbs the pain, but you could feel it for the entire night. Take some Tylenol or something to calm that pain down. It's mostly the stabbing pain that hurts, because when they stab you up your finger, it feels like they put a pen in there and they're putting all the ink in there. That's creepy. I stretch my fingers back. It helps me not get hand pain for a while. For some reason I got this one. I wasn't crocheting with this one at all. That's kind of weird. But I wasn't trying to do it consistently either. Okay, this is the bag. Oh no, this is the bag I was talking about. I decided to call this the rug bag. And I'll show this one while I'm doing this one. Okay, this one doesn't have the filling or the zipper. This one's a different size than the one I'm talking about. This is a normal The normal one, I put a zipper on top of it. The lady said, or the lady looked at it, like, she looked like there was supposed to be a zipper on here, so I put a zipper on here, so hopefully it sells now. So that one's that one. A lady told me I got some free yarn. There's ladies jumping off yarn. Yes, I got a lot of yarn in my dad's room. If you saw his room right now, you'd be pissed off, because it's kind of clutter mess, but it'll get fixed one day. I've got to go through my stuff and everything, get rid of some of my dad's stuff just so I can make room in there for yarn and stuff. But anyways, it's not so bad that it's going to kill anybody. It's just a lot of yarn. If you get cold, you can dive in that room. That's what it feels like, because there's just a corner of it that's loaded with yarn. But that's not a bad thing. It's a hobby. It's not like you're doing drugs or anything. This is the wool one. I found some wool that I had that I forgot about. What I do is I take a big sandwich bag and I put wool. And then I put the bag in there with the label if it has one. So this is the wool I got donated, and a lady says, why don't you make a wool bag? I wanted to make something wearable, but then I'm thinking, okay, she's probably right. Yeah, it doesn't have any filling in it yet. Maybe I'll get this one done, and it'll be sold. I think I have a zipper that'll fit it. Gotta throw it up there so I don't accidentally put it in my other bag. But otherwise, yeah, I'm trying so hard to sell this stuff. And I did to type everything I did to that one like I did with the other one, because I forgot the pattern to the first one I made. This is that little mixed yarn bag I made. I tried to get it for a certain amount of money. Oh, I forgot to change that one. Okay. This one's supposed to be $8, because this one's not going to sell for 10. I know that for a fact. I'm not trying to be negative. It's just low income people. Okay, and then we got one of my notes. Forgot my note. And this is another one of the string bags. This one's got like a beach tone to it, I think, because it looks like the sand, clouds, and the sky. That's why I blended that one together. Okay, now the market bags. And I already put my other market bag in a plastic bag, the one I just showed you earlier. I'm going to put them all in the plastic bag so I have them all together, organized-wise. Okay, and this is basically the knotted bag. The one I got this idea off somebody else's bag. Hopefully these sell. So that one's kind of like a pumpkin-colored one. One of them actually sold. I can't remember if it was the Maxwell or if it was the Copperfest. Copperfest is where I was being truthful with food stamps because I don't want to get in trouble. This one lady said, oh, if you do craft fairs and you don't tell them, you'll go to jail. I'm like, okay. I mean, I sold a couple of these bags in Rockland. My friends sold them for me, but they weren't selling. This one didn't sell for some reason, so I took it back. Anyways, long story cut short, the lady said that, and I was like, okay, I tell them, I put down craft fair fee on my sheet. I made a sheet so they can understand. They thought it was a job. They're a bunch of idiots. So now I gotta type a mean letter, and I know I'm not trying to complain about it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type, this is a craft fair sheet, proving this is not a job. Not all craft fairs come with sheets, and some of them don't come with fees even. That's the thing that frustrates me. They want you to tell them when you're earning income, no matter what form it's in. I told them I had to use it on my septic tank, and I had to say I had 219 in the beginning, and I had to, oh, here's one more. I had like 219, and I had to save up another 100 to get my septic tank empty. They didn't believe me, so I should have probably had my dad's friend's friend. I don't know if he was dad's friend or not, but anyways, his name is Dusty, and basically he basically, I should have had him sign a piece of paper so I could have gave it to them. Those people are stupid. They thought it was a job, and I put down on the sheet craft fair. They don't know how to read. That's the part where it pissed me off and got frustrated. But this time I'm typing a letter saying, you know what, the reason I'm typing this letter is because you people won't listen to me. See, this is the craft fair. This is the day it starts. This is the time it starts. This is the time it stops. Not every craft fair comes with a sheet. Some of them come where you have to fill out sheets and give fees. Well, yeah, my brain wants to stop complaining. The 6th, it cost $20 I gotta bring $20 for my fee and all that jazz, and pretty much to pay the fee for the craft fair. The Rockland one's gonna be $10. I'm okay with. I never went to Rockland. I hear they do good up there. Hopefully my stuff sells. My friends at Knit Club love the bag. This was supposed to be a bag, but it was a basket bag. That didn't turn out. My friend said, why don't you try making a cat bed? I said, okay. So I put a fish upside down as if it's dead. I made a paw. That's kind of hard to see a little bit. I told her it sinks in the bottom. She said, it's supposed to do that. I said, add a pillow, blah, 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 if you want. So that's a cat bed. We'll sell that. She says, test the market. So I'm going to try $28 for it. Because I looked online and it said basically you want to go around 35 to 100 bucks. I'm like, I'm not getting 100 bucks. There's no way. So I thought, you know, I'll set up for 28. I'm okay with that. Alright, and the scarf stuff. I don't make scarf stuff. I don't make scarves too much anymore. Eventually I would have to do that because it's a W item, a winter item. It's already winter. I don't like winter. I don't like it winter very much. I'm going to put this up here because I got a smaller bag for this stuff. I'm just helping things sell though. I separated my scarves and my hats so people can buy them separately, I guess. The hats didn't seem to sell very well all the time. Last time at Copperfest, I think it was Copperfest or Maxwell. No, it was Maxwell. And one guy bought one hat. And I was like, okay. Not trying to complain when I say that. I'm like, I was surprised. One hat sold. Hats don't always sell. So what I'm thinking of doing is working in categories. Like, I'm still gonna have my winter items. My friend says, all your items are winter. I said, what, did people put bags on their faces? And she's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it sounds like when she said it. But anyways, yeah, and I still got this one with the shapes. I just created kind of like a little snowflake, only different. I got my headbands and stuff. So I got headbands. It was over there, so I don't accidentally mix those up. These two hats I just made, they look perfect for winter. Even though I don't like talking about winter, I hope we get an early spring. I put down when winter started, and when it ends, I'll find out how many days, and I'm going to look at the internet, see how many days they thought it was. And these are the two. They're basically the same. I was trying to make a hat for myself, but I didn't make it small enough. My head's a different size. I don't know if it's a medium or small. I still got that ski hat idea pattern from my friend. That's her head size. She tells me she was looking for a local crocheter. I met her at the flea market earlier in the year, and she says, oh, you're a local crocheter. I need help. I need a ski hat, and I had to measure her head and everything. And she came back to me for another hat, and I made a small version of it, the big one. Those ones I showed before. I think I mentioned those ones. Probably in another video, or if it even showed, but she really likes my artwork, and she gave me $30 for both those hats. I said it was just 27. She said, no, keep the change. You're really good. I said, okay. Yeah, she's friends with me on Facebook, so if she wants one of my things, she can let me know, and I won't sell it at the market. So hopefully these hats sell. I'm not trying to overstack things. I'll have to stack the hats on the side. I used to put them in the plastic container. I'm just going to lay them out flat. Maybe people could see them better. Now these hats I work very, very, very hard on and stuff. This one was from a knitting one. If some of these don't sell, I'm not sure what to do, if I have to take them apart or donate them. Because I feel bad when they don't sell. It really sucks. I think this one was a Bag O' Day crochet, if I remember correctly, hat. Yeah, I think it was. Okay, yeah, I'm going to categorize in the large. This hat pattern is not mine. This is somebody else's. On the internet, it was off Etsy. I got this one so I can sell it. I'm just not going to say it's my pattern. I'm a nice crafter for that. I will not steal anybody's work and lie and say this is mine. This is not my pattern. It's pretty cool, though. It looks kind of like a cat ear beanie. Yeah. I had 3 of them, but I guess 2, or maybe there's another one. I don't know. I thought I had 3 of those. There's another hat. So the hats I'll probably just try and sell in spring. Maybe I'll try in the spring, and maybe I'll try in for winter, and we'll see how that goes. I think if I categorize these a little bit better, maybe they'll sell. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. If you if you sell the winter items here and you sell the spring items there, I'm thinking of doing the bookmarks and all that jazz at the flea market, maybe next year. So basically, we'll see what happens. Another headband. I'll put that over there. Okay, let's get some more scarves here. I got a couple scarves. I don't got too many of them because I don't know if they're going to sell or not. I'm not trying to be negative, though. So I got some more scarves. That's a scarf. Actually, I'll leave that one right there. I know I said that one. Okay, and then my film striped scarf. I'm so shocked these didn't sell yet. I made a film striped scarf project. Oh, there is another granny hat. I missed it. And then I've got another. Some of these probably go with some of those hats, but I don't think people are going to buy them in sets. Here's a weaved one I just made not too long ago. I weaved the strings through it. I had to have 8 strands just to do that. I'm just hoping these sell. I really, 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 really want them to sell. Because I worked very hard on them and stuff, and put the tassels on this one and everything. I worked really hard on this stuff. It hurts when it doesn't sell. There's a lot of cities you would probably sell better, but a lot of people are hurting for money, what that one lady said. But I don't think everybody's going to not buy something. I guess it depends on the person, if that makes sense. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to judge people like dogs or anything like that. One of my fingerless gloves sold last time. I didn't get a chance to report it because my camera was acting up, I guess. I don't remember if I was able to report it or not. I got some wool gloves. I put down wool on here so people can see that. And then my finger gloves that I worked really hard, fingerless gloves, people like those, but I put ones with flowers on them. They didn't sell, shocking. I mean, I feel bad when these things don't sell. I'm not trying to be negative. It's just I worked hard on them. You think somebody would, take time to buy one, and if they don't buy them, I'm afraid I'm going to have to take them apart. That's how scared I get. So if it doesn't sell like last year, that's really bad. Another fingerless gloves. I put them right there so I could see the holes, where the holes of the thumb are and stuff like that. So the hands here and the thumbs here, you can see. I mean, I worked really hard on these things. Really bites, Okay. And there's another one with the cable stitch pattern. Okay, and I will be back with the rest of my stuff. Go to these other things. I'm going to show one thing I forgot to show on this this bag is I made a chapstick holder. I used the measurements of my chapstick or lip balm holder, whatever you want to call it. I made a keychain for that. I made a few keychains besides that. But anyways, this is my gift to myself. What I did was I measured my head and everything. I made this hooded scarf. So the hood's kind of a little big, but you wrap it around and tie it in a knot like this. Keeps you a little warm. The little air holes for there kind of get you a little cold too. So that was my present to myself. But that's okay. You got to make yourself a present once in a while. Hair probably got messy from that. But anyways, I got more chapstick holders. The ones that are for sale, I'm just practice selling these. I'm not going to sell a ton, make a ton and not sell any, like I said. Trying to remain positive here. Trying to see if I get $2 for these. I got a strawberry one. It's a keychain. They got keychains on them. This one's got the same keychain as the other one. This was a watermelon one, so hopefully these two sell. I put them in a bag so I won't lose them. They're the smallest item I think I have. Kind of like I did with the keychains. The keychains didn't do too bad, but some of them didn't sell. I had to take them apart or throw them away or something. So I had to take them apart. But yeah. Some of the stuff, like I said, it didn't sell. That really sucked. So I decluttered as much as I could out of what I could. I put my table up and I see if I could space things apart better. Maybe the nice old ladies they told my friend that I should have things spaced apart more or not cluttered, I guess. It wasn't too badly cluttered or anything. And I still got my markers, my granny square markers. They basically, and I'll just open one of them to show you an example. It's a marker like this. It's got a circle in the bottom. They're all the same length. None of them are different. I just put down $2 for these. Hopefully they sell. Gotta have something for the book readers. I got the pink and white one. I got a gray and, I almost said white, gray and yellow and blue, if I could speak English. I got a blue and white one that's folded in there. A pink and white one. I'm trying to think of colors people would like or whatever. This one's like blue and yellow. I got a that one, actually this one's, oh yeah, that one's a different one than the granny square one. This one's a granny square one. And then we got white and gray. This one was pink, gray, and a little white. Okay, then I got a daisy one that I want to experiment with that one. And then these other ones, this one I just showed, I think, like the other one. These are actually, or this one's actually a leaf one. I don't remember if the other one sold or I had any other ones. I thought I did, but I don't know if I do. So, see if we can sell some granny square markers for $2. We'll see if they sell. I just feel nervous after my friend says, oh, people are going to buy crafts. And my friend says, Tabby, she's not being nice when she's negative. I said, old people are normally negative. There are negative old people out there. Not trying to badmouth them, just saying. Regardless of that, we're just going to test sell and see what sells. I just hope some more stuff sells this time. But reducing the stuff I have, maybe it'll help it sell better. I'm writing down notes if it works or not. But otherwise, I don't want to overclutter my table. So I got the, I think this is the Olivia flower, if I remember correctly. I kind of never forgot the name. And we got some seals. We got one with dressed up for winter. And we got one has its head on a rock. And the flower idea I got for the gloves and everything was originally off of my, and I got little books in here, like little notebooks to show what they're for. And I got the C one still. So we're trying to sell some book items, see if they sell. I basically want some book lovers to see some of my items. Hopefully they sell. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to be negative. It's just I get nervous when things don't sell. I know there's a lot of people that probably get way angrier than I do. The problem is, my friend says you have to be patient and everything. Yes, true. I'm not lying about that one. Okay, this pattern I bought from Etsy. If I could pick that up first. Okay, this pattern I bought from Etsy. I'm not saying it's my pattern. I tried to sell it for $25 because I tried to sell it for a different one, but his head kind of slouches. I guess I didn't stuff it enough, but his neck feels like it was stuffed fine. So Kind of looks like he's kind of like the cow. The cow's head does the same thing. He's like, I don't know. Maybe the cow's head was stuffed less than his. I don't know. Sometimes I not stuff things perfectly. That's okay. Nobody says you have to be perfect at crafting. Those are the hooks. Okay, and I'm selling this for 16 bucks. We're trying to get whatever we can for it. It's a hanging plant with, like, I made flowers on the side. It's all polyester stuff. See if that sells. Hope to God it does. Alright, and of course I still have my cats and stuff. Didn't sell very many. Only the one with the hat sold. One of the hats ones sold, not the witch hat ones. These ones didn't sell. But there was one with a straight hat I had before. I can't remember what it is. I know which one it is, but I know it's sold. Some people, I told the lady I was joking with her, I said, oh, maybe I should have put a tie on it or something. And we got the dreadlock cat hat. He likes to jam to music. Okay, and then we got the one with the wig that looks like a judge. I probably should have crocheted a jacket for him, called him the Judge Cat. Yeah. Now this one is one of the ones that had a hat on it. Yeah, if I could get him loose. He got stuck for a minute. Okay. I'm just hoping these sell because I worked really hard on these. This one with the hat and the scarf. And then I got, if I can reach it. Come on. Come on. There we go. I got it. The hook got stuck in there. I got 3 of the same ones, which are the watermelon cats. Give them little costumes. I thought that would be a good idea. Somebody may buy them. If not, then that's really going to be depressing. Because I'm really trying hard to get this stuff sold. And the one that's pretending to be a tiger, and he's got a white hole on the back, I thought that would be funny and cute at the same time. The taco cat didn't get sold, surprise, but hopefully one of these cats gets sold. I'm trying to have more toys to attract kids. The one lady brought a kid over to my stand. She showed him the cow I had, and that baby kept trying to come back for the cow, and she grabbed her baby and walked away. I'm like, wow, you're mean to your kid. That kid wanted that cow, but he wasn't crying. He was attracted to the cow, and she didn't want to buy it for him, but whatever. I'm not the mother. I can't say anything. I'm not trying to badmouth mothers here when I say that. It's just, you know, it's kind of sad to feel sorry for the kid right there. But anyways, yeah. I hope the cat bed sells at least too. I got the strawberry ones. Like the strawberry cat, you can hold by the tail. But yeah, I got 3 of those still. We'll see. I'm bringing all the plushies. I'm not leaving any plushies out of hand, if that makes sense. I also got a little coin purse or something. I couldn't remember what this project was supposed to be, so I made a little coin purse out of it. I don't know why it's in there. Actually, I'll put that in with the book and stuff, because that's a different... Oh, there were some more bookmarks down here that fell out. Go look at that. Come on. Yeah, there's the sign I made for it. I put bookmarks and I put the leaf one on there. Yeah, I got some more bookmarks. Okay, so I had some more Granny Square ones that I forgot about. That fell out of there. And another Daisy one that I forgot fell out of there. Yeah, I had a couple more left. That's okay. At least I'm not dropping 1,000 nickels. That would be scary. Okay. Come on. Alright, I got some mushrooms. The one where it was knocked unconscious, the smart one. It looks like my brother, or one of our cousins said, oh, that looks like your brother's. And the one that's scared. Come on. Okay, we're going to the last items. We got the frog, the leggy frogs. They're supposed to be good sellers. Someone said it, so I just made one. Charged $4 for him, see if I can sell them or not. If he doesn't sell them, that was a waste of time, it feels like. No offense. But this one's got the hearts and the wings. And this one likes to hula dance. He's got a hula skirt on. I thought that would be a good idea. Okay, and of course the last thing I'm bringing is going to be the mushroom. Just a mushroom decoration you can set in your house. You don't have to water it or nothing. That's why I'm trying to make some plant lover stuff too. There's plant baskets you can make, but you gotta have certain yarn, or I think there's a strong string you gotta have for that. I'm just hoping this stuff sells. I mean, I'm really feeling scared when my friends said nothing's gonna sell. I'm like, don't say that. I already have enough problems worrying about things not selling. You gotta be patient. You gotta try to hope things. And I'm not selling anything online because I don't want to get in trouble with the dumb stamp people. They think everything's a job. This isn't a job. I showed them I have to pay taxes. My dad's taxes are 500 something bucks. It takes forever to save up to 500, I'll tell you that. What I like to do is I'll save half here and half there, and then I got the money next year, and I just save the rest next year, because it's easier to do it that way. But yeah, you gotta pay bills. I show them for that they don't care. Some of the government is crooked. I'm not saying, I wish Trump would fix that, honestly, and get them to leave us alone. They always blame us instead of the normal people that do it. I mean, there's people out there that steal, that are crooked, and they'll steal from a baby. They'll steal candy from a baby. That's how evil they are. I'm just saying that in general. Not everybody's evil, but some people go around screwing the system over. Now they're cracking down, taking people off their food stamps for that. I don't do anything illegal there. I reported everything. I report my sales, and they thought it was a job. You know, it's kind of annoying. I just hope things go better. I just gotta try and stay positive, like my friend said. Tabby, don't beat yourself up. I don't want to keep turning the prices down either, because I'm not doing it on plushies, because those plushies, I looked up how much I could get for them, and then I went around and pretty much just frog filter. But I'm trying to get what I can here, so I can have a little money for bills too. You gotta, you know, they rob you for food stamps, and after the food stamps got shut down, 118, that's what they kept them as. Everybody's food stamps got shut down. I learned that too. That's pretty sad. Anyways, fingers crossed. And so I was so happy at the craft fair. I was nervous because a lot of people were there before me. I decided to go at around 8:45, and it ran from 10 to 3 o'clock. I made $116. I was so happy. $20 of that was fee money I got back too. So but anyways, I was happy things sold. No bags sold, surprisingly, but I hope they sell at the Rockland Craft Fair. People were buying mostly, like, I had to write down everything. People bought the purple cow, the cow with the purple on it. That thing sold, and somebody else's scarf pattern, not mine. That mushroom guy, that big mushroom guy I made, he sold. I was happy. I know he's not my pattern. If you wanted that pattern, you have to go on Etsy on there. I don't lie and say it's my work, and then I think that's where you get in trouble. I would never say that. But I tell people if it's my invention or not, and I said, nope, that's somebody else's. And anyways, my film striped scarf, the first one I made, actually sold. I was happy. A friend bought that one. A leggy frog sold. The small earwormer I made with the flowers on it sold. One of the hats I sold, it's the one with the X's, that sold. And then there were small fingerless gloves that sold, and also the cat bed sold. And the cat bed sold for $20. There was one item that, there was lots of stuff that didn't sell, but some things sold, and I got 116, so I have to shut up and be happy, because it was better than UN, so I'm not going to UN anymore. My friend told me, you don't want to go there, Tabby, you never make much money there. I tried, and I said, yeah, I'll stay away from there. But anyways, I was in the same spot. Not the same exact spot, because the left hallway where I was last year is where I did bad. I was on the opposite side of these women that were doing a raffle, and I was on the right side, and it was the same hallway where I did bad last year, and I'm so happy I did good. This one kid was mad at her mom. This bag cost $8, and she wanted this bag, and she said, Mom will buy it for me, and it's $8. I'm like, I feel bad for her, but I'm not going to yell at her mom. I mean, that's not my place. I wouldn't really yell at the mom. It's not my place. It's between her and her daughter. She was mad at her. That's the way she sounded, though. But anyways, besides that, and I'm not counting this one towards my total because it's private orders, stay private. A lady ordered fingerless gloves for me. One of the fingerless gloves that sold was one of the ones I had with flowers. It was a small one. I asked the lady that made the order. She wanted one without flowers on it. I told her I'll get working on it. Maybe I'll get it done by Tuesday or something. I didn't tell her what day I'll get it done on. She ripped off one of her bank deposit things. She said, my name's on here. She said, here's my phone number. I said, I'll text you with a picture of it, let you know when I'm in town and I have it. So she had to try on, and the same glove that sold was the small one, the small fingerless gloves I made with the flowers. I asked her to try on some gloves, small size fit her, so I know which size fits her, because I told her I can't just go without your hand size here. So she was a small, so I had to write that down. So I'll have to get done. She said any brown, light, dark, doesn't matter, any brown. And then I was informed. Besides that, I was informed by one of my neighbors down the road. Oh, my aunt has more yarn for you. I'm like, oh my God, I already got enough yarn in my room, my dad's room already. But I'm gonna have to go through the yarn she gave me, and give some of it away to Knit Club, because I can't keep all that yarn. That's gonna pack the house up. I'm not trying to start a fire hazard. Not that we're trying to start that. But I'm just happy things sold. And Rockland will be on the 13th. That'll be next Saturday, so I'll let you guys know. I'm just happy things sold today. And I got an order, so that's good.